Hello, everyone. Tyler Ford here, and welcome to Living in Tucson, your Tucson real estate connection, and this week's Tucson Housing Market Weekly Update, where each and every week I dive into the MLS and we take a look at Tucson home inventory levels. And I feel the Tucson home inventory levels is a leading indicator to what's going on in our housing market. And when COVID hit, inventory levels got drastically reduced. And as a result, over the last couple of years, homes have appreciated double digits year over year. So again, I just feel home inventory levels are the key indicator. And in a normal market, inventory levels are still really low. They are starting to tick up. I do feel this market's starting to change. But in a normal market in Tucson in the MLS, I would say anywhere from 2,500 to maybe 3,500 is a healthy supply and demand, more of an equilibrium where we're going to get a steady appreciation rate in the single digits. Not like we've seen in the last couple of years. So what I've been doing, I started to feel this market change back in July. I think July into June, July was kind of the height of the market in terms of activity and just demand it was kind of a crazy market middle of the summer, and things started to cool off. And one of the things that I've been saying, and this is going to probably be reflected in this week's video, as Tucson's temperatures cool off and winter visitors come back to Tucson and we've got more demand, what's that going to do to supply? Is it going to start to push it back down again? So with that, what I'd like to do is I'm going to dive into the numbers. I'm going to share my screen here, and we are going to dive into the numbers. And what I'm going to do is I'm logged into the MLS right now, and within the MLS, we're going to go through each category of single family homes, manufactured condos, townhomes, look at what the inventory levels are, and then I'm going to plug that into an Excel spreadsheet so you can get a visual of what's going on. So right here, I've got single family homes, and as of this week, there's 1,008 single family homes. Manufactured homes, there are 78. Condos, and that number's showing up right there. So condos, we've got 49, and townhomes, active listings in the MLS for Tucson, 81. Now I'm going to jump over to an Excel spreadsheet, and we'll plug the numbers in so you can see what's going on. So single family homes, there were 1,008. Manufactured homes, there were 78. Condos, we had 49. And townhomes, 81 active. So this week, total active properties listed in the MLS for Tucson, 1,135. So we had a decrease of 33 properties from week to week, which is, if you look up here, I've got the weekly change. Home inventory levels went down by 2.91%. And when I started doing this back in July, home inventory levels have increased by close to 30%. But again, as weather is starting to cool off, winter visitors coming back to Tucson, my question, was going to be, are we going to start to see a decline again? And as of these last 2 weeks, if I jump over to the chart here, the last 2 weeks, inventory levels have actually ticked down. And now what I'd like to do, something that I started doing a couple weeks ago, is I started tracking like everything. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to Zillow to give us a bigger picture. Let me jump on over here. So if we go over to Zillow, and we look at just Tucson, then the thing that we can see about Zillow is if we look at Tucson, it pulls everything. So Tucson and the surrounding areas. And then the other thing that we're able to capture is properties that are not listed in the MLS. So these would be for sale by owners. So in all of Pima County in Zillow, as of right now, there's 1,613 listings. And then if you look at this number right here, the other is homes that are listed on Zillow that aren't listed in the MLS. So they're part of the inventory, and these would be considered for sale by owners. So 541. If we jump back over to the Excel spreadsheet, we can get a picture of the entire market, Tucson and the surrounding areas, 1,613. And then other, we've got 541. So total listings, Tucson surrounding areas were at 2,154, and there was a slight decrease of 1.76%. And since I started doing this, tracking everything, we've seen a 2% increase in inventory levels. So that's kind of what's going on. We're going sideways a little bit. We've seen last couple weeks tick down, and I think that has a lot to do with the Tucson weather and winter visitors coming back into our market. So one thing to consider is each and every month, and I'm getting ready to do this each and every month. TAR, the Tucson Association of Realtors, comes out with their monthly market report, and that's a deeper dive into what's going on. And you can go over to Tucson Homes and Lots, and if you scroll down, click on the Tucson monthly market update. If you click on that link right there, it allows you to do a deeper dive into what is going on with the Tucson housing market. And the numbers should be coming out any minute here, and I'll do my next video for October's numbers, which will be done in November. But if you scroll down to the very bottom and click on this link right here, this is the full report, which will help you get a better understanding of what's going on in the Tucson housing market. And another thing to consider is if you use us to buy or sell a home, we've got a 16-foot box moving truck that you're more than welcome to use. It's on a first come, first served basis, but even after the fact down the road, if you need to move appliances or furniture or pick things up at Home Depot or Lowe's, you're more than welcome to use the truck. So that wraps it up. I like to keep it short and sweet. Just want to thank you for watching. Big thanks. Each and every week I'm doing this. If you like this and are getting value of these updates, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel where you get updated on information coming out in regards to Tucson. And you can also give me an internet high five by liking it. And if you have any questions, go ahead and comment below, and we will get back to you. In the meantime, make it a great day, and I will be back at you next week.